everyone, it's Anne here. Welcome back. Today I wanted to chat with you about confidence and in particularly speaking confidence. So I've been thinking about this quite a bit lately, and recently I did a video talking about my Chinese learning journey. And in that video, I talked a little bit about my struggle with speaking confidence. And I was thinking about, the students that I've helped over the years. And an interesting observation is I've noticed there are pretty much two types of people when it comes to confidence. I've worked with students who, are not advanced students. They're, I would say, probably around intermediate level, and they're still making mistakes here and there. They cannot think of a word when they want to express themselves, or they make pronunciation mistakes. So they're still in the process of learning, but they have so much confidence and they're not afraid to speak. Then I have students who, in my opinion, I think are pretty advanced. They're able to speak pretty fluently. They can express themselves, they can communicate, and they know a lot of vocabulary. And the grammatical mistakes that they make are very few, but yet they lack the confidence. They feel that their English is not good enough, and they're always doubting themselves and afraid about what other people think about their English. So I was thinking about my personal experience and plus the students that I have helped. And I came up with some things that I wanted to share with you, and hopefully it'll help you boost your speaking confidence in English. The first thing that I want to talk about is that your confidence really has nothing to do with your level of English. A lot of times, I think we will assume that we will have that confidence to speak, or we'll have confidence in English when we, have mastered all the sounds in English, or that when we don't make any mistakes, we don't make any grammar mistakes when we speak, or that you don't need to search for words when you speak. So we have all these things that we think that, oh, if I accomplish these, if I achieve these things, then I will gain my confidence. And that is not true. From my personal experience, confidence builds, or it strengthens when you start to put yourself out there and use the language, use whatever you know. Of course, it's not going to be perfect. You're going to be making mistakes, but that's not the point, because when you actually go out and, for example, you go out there and you make a phone call to one of your clients, or you go out and make a small talk with a stranger, and you notice that you can accomplish this task regardless if it went smoothly, or you were making mistakes, or you were nervous. That doesn't matter. Once you put yourself out there and you complete that task, you will notice that you get a sense of accomplishment, and you're like, wow, I did that. And that confidence will carry you, it'll help you and push you a little bit further to try different things. So really is confidence over competency. We don't have to be perfect, speak perfect English, have that perfect accent, whatever that is, to feel confident. Like I was saying earlier, I've seen students who are speaking English so fluently, they have the vocabulary, but they're still lacking confidence. So that's one point that to keep in mind. The second thing is, a lot of times we don't have confidence because we're afraid of what other people will think of us. And it's that ego that we have. We want to present the best version of ourselves to other people. We let other people's remarks, criticism affect our speaking confidence. And so it's really that ego that we have that is messing around with our head. And trust me on this one. I know when I speak Mandarin Chinese, people make comments about my accent, and I let that get to me, and I start to think that, oh, there's something wrong with me, there's something wrong with my Mandarin, there's something wrong with my accent, there's something wrong with the way I speak. And with this one, I know it's a little bit easier said than done, but I think it really takes time and it's a process, and we really have to work inward, and to tell ourselves that, whatever people say, that's their opinion. Maybe they've never even learned a foreign language, and that, just to be confident with your ability and not let other people's criticism, their remark get to you. Whatever they say does not determine your ability to speak English. It does not determine your level of English. So that is something that I think it takes time to work with and let go of that ego, wanting to, be perfect. And like I said, you really have to do a lot of inner work with this one. The third thing here to help you boost your speaking confidence is always remember that when you are speaking to someone, you are trying to communicate. Communication is the key. So it's communication over perfection. When you speak your native language, I'm sure you make mistakes sometimes as well. So when we are communicating in English, we're trying to share an idea, to discuss something, to get a message across. So focus on communication as your key to speaking English rather than trying to be perfect and not make mistakes, because that does not serve you. Whenever you are speaking English, you come across a word that you forget or you don't know, that's fine. You can use other words that you already know and just explain what you want to say to the listener. You can, even say, can you help me out here? How do you say, and then whatever you want to share with them. So there are different ways and methods that you can get around that. When you're actually using the language, just let that go. Let those thoughts of, oh, I'm going to make a mistake, let that go. Because again, the key is communication. You want to share your ideas, share your thoughts with the other person. Now, there are a couple of things that I would recommend that you do to help you reduce your speaking anxiety, to not have that strong fear when you have to speak English, to boost your speaking confidence. The first thing is I highly recommend you doing practice daily. You try to speak English daily. There are many ways that you can do, and I talked about this in another video. I'll link it in the description below. But yeah, practice daily on a consistent basis, because you never know when you're going to be using English. You never know when you have to speak English. And when you have that daily practice, that is slowly building your confidence. And you're not all of a sudden put into a situation where you have to speak and you're completely not prepared. So when you practice daily, it really helps. The second thing is if you know that you have to speak, for example, you have a presentation or interview, you can prepare for that beforehand and think about what you want to say, work on your English grammar, pronunciation. You can even ask, a professional teacher for help to help you prepare for those situations. So, with those kind of situations, I think it's pretty easy to prepare for, because then, you already know that that's going to happen. You're going to have to use English, and you can prepare beforehand. The third thing here is to find people who are also learning English, or find people who are learning a foreign language. Find friends that you trust, that you can just be yourself and practice your English. I think this is really important, to surround yourself with like-minded people, people that you trust, so that you can feel relaxed and be yourself when you are practicing and speaking English. And I cannot emphasize this enough because with my personal experience, I noticed that when I do this, I find a group of people um, who I can, really just relax, be myself, and just say whatever I want. And they're not going to judge me because, of a mistake that I make or because of something that I say. It really helps to boost that confidence. I highly recommend that, if you don't have anybody around you, trying to find some language learning community or just friends around you who are interested in learning English and just get together and practice and speak English. So these are some things that I think will really help you boost your speaking confidence. If you put in the time, the effort, and the dedication, I promise you will see a boost in your speaking confidence. But it's not something that happens overnight. So don't feel rushed. Don't feel like you want to see the results right away. It's not going to happen. It's a process and you have to slowly build up that confidence. So start off with something that you know for sure this is easy, I can do it. So start off with those kind of tasks, and then little by little, you build your confidence and then push yourself a little bit more, put yourself out there and do something a little bit more difficult. Like I said, some of these things is not so much the external factors, right? A lot of it has to do with our inner self. So you have to do some inner work as well. So like I was saying earlier, letting go of people's criticism and not caring about what other people say about you. So think about all these tips that I shared today and try them out. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. And whenever you feel discouraged or you need a little emotional support, I'm here, and you can always email me or just leave a message right below a video, and I'm happy to help. I hope this helps. Good luck with your English journey, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.